Hi guys, welcome to episode 8 of RCTV Roundup and News. I apologise for this week's episode being a bit late, but there's lots going on here at the moment. I've been working really hard to finish the triclone design. I had a bit of a setback. I was using some 3D printed parts and they were proving to be really strong and reliable, and then 3 broke in a matter of days. Last thing I want to do is send a product out like that, so a few things had to go back to the drawing board. I'm now using a carbon composite arm, and it is absolutely bomb-proof. Maybe not quite bomb-proof, but it's very strong. Anyway, last week I visited the London Aerospace. I got an invite down from the guys down there. They was going to have a visit from Dominic, and Dominic is the guy that created Clean Flight, which is an alternative GUI and firmware from the base flight strand, or strain, whatever you want to call it. So he turned up at the London Aerospace group at London Aerospace down in Hackney, and he gave a speech talking about the new things and sort of asking what would we like to see and so on. It was very interesting. I have to put my hand up and say a lot of it did go straight over my head. However, I did find it very interesting. And it gave me an opportunity to talk about things like auto-tune, which is a feature which will be available at some point for flight controllers like the Naze 32 and some newer flight controllers which are due out soon. And he said that is something that he is prepared to put time into in the not too distant future. So for those of us that are a little bit confused about the whole PID tuning process, which I know a lot of people are, and I'm not brilliant at it myself, this will be a nice feature. You'll literally be able to fly it, tell it the kind of style of flying that you want to be with. You'll have like a slider, I guess, in the final version, and it will tune itself until it gets you to where you want to be on that slider. So that'll be a great feature. Anyway, I spoke with Simon, which was one of the guys down there that runs there at the London Aerospace Club at London Aerospace. So I asked him a few questions. Let's take a look at that now.
So London Aerospace is a subgroup of London Hackspace that was formed out of Hackspace members basically because we're all obsessed with multicopters and quadricopters. So we were all building them here, and we just decided one night to start having meetups and help each other build quadricopters mostly. So the name is basically a play on the name London Hackspace, because we're all part of the Hackspace here. We did think about calling ourselves Pilots of Anarchy Multi-Rotor Club Hackney Originals, or PAMTRO, but it was too much of a mouthful, so we just decided to call ourselves London Aerospace.
It sounds a little more professional as well, if you don't mind.
A little less dangerous, yeah.
So this environment, London Aerospace, you've shown me around the facility this evening. Fantastic, what a great...
Yeah, it's such a great place to work on flying robotic projects. We've got this brilliant people here, everything from software designers, hardware designers, 3D printers, laser cut people. There's some really just amazing people here. We've got all the soldering gear you could ever want, all the motors and all the bits. There's always people here who can help you put stuff together. So it's a great place, and we've gone from having 2 or 3 quadricopters in the club to I think there's 120 people now, and probably as many quadricopters flying as well. And here in the Hackspace, we're all learning this together. We don't have very many phantom pilots or DJI pilots. We pretty much encourage people to build your own, so that you get the experience and you understand how to put it together and how to fix it when it breaks. And we also do a lot of propaganda that's training and education. So we teach people how not to kill themselves or chop their fingers off. So we do a lot for new people to bring them into this hobby and this sport in a way that's going to be safe, because obviously we're in London and it's a densely populated area, and People need to understand what the rules are and how to enjoy this hobby in a safe and fun way. So we're going to do a meetup around once every month and a half, or maybe 2 months over winter when it's a bit quieter. We always have pizza. If you've got stuff you want to buy, swap or sell, or just you've built an amazing quadricopter or anything you want to try or check out, and bring it down. If you want help wiring stuff up, or you need to learn how to solder properly, or you want to learn how to heat shrink tubes or anything really, just come down during one of our meetups. Or if you're just interested in the hack space, you can come down any Tuesday night, and there's usually people here with quadricopters, and Tuesday nights are open night, so you're always welcome to just come and have a look around and stuff. So.
The audio wasn't very good from my side of that, so I do apologise if you couldn't hear me properly. It's quite a busy environment down there. There's a lot of people hacking away and working on the solder stations and so on, but I have to say I was really impressed with the hack space itself, and there's a lot of really knowledgeable guys within that London Aerospace group at London Hack Space, and when I say clever and like really up the top end programmers, board designers, guys down there building their own flight controllers, it's a great place to go. Pop down once a week. All you got to do is join the hack space and then become a member of the club. And the facilities at that place are incredible. There's all sorts of 3D printers, laser cutters, bench drilling machines, CNC. They've got everything down there that you can think of really. You can even have your own little storage box which you can leave kit in. It's a fantastic environment. I also bumped into Fabiano while I was down there, and Fabiano's the owner of Radio C.
We got an email one day just saying, hey, we're doing, it was for I think the second meeting they were doing, and we just got an email saying, hey, would you guys like to come down and sell some kit? I thought, well, we're only an hour or two away, why not? So we came down and met the guys, and we had a thoroughly good time. And now for us, we just like hanging out with the guys and talking about quadcopters. For us, that's just a great evening out. So it went from there.
It's a nice bunch of guys.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Fantastic space.
It's just so cool. I love coming here because it's in every corner there's something else interesting and weird going on, but it's so cool to see.
It is, really.
Yeah.
Anything new and interesting on the website that we should know about?
We got the new Tyrannus Plus in yesterday. That was the most interesting thing. It's the new model of the Tyrannus. They've updated it slightly. It's got haptic feedback. It's got a 2-colour screen. It's got new firmware. Improved audio. You got it. And we were among the very first people in the world to get them in stock. They'll probably be sold out by tomorrow at the rate they're going, but hopefully we'll get another bunch in soon. But that was the last sort of new and interesting product. And we've got some other cool things coming, but we're not allowed to talk about it yet.
So there we go. Full details to the hack space will be down below. The talk about clean flight from Dominic. If that's something you're interested in, there's going to be a separate video for that. Runs for about 30 minutes, but there's some really good stuff. There's some great questions asked, and he's also looking for assistance. If you're a coder, programmer, you can write code. He's also looking for some assistance in specific areas. Might be something you can help out with. It's a great project, open source, and it's there for the good of all of us. Last week, ROTOR DR1, Chad Kappa from Flight Test is involved with, or producing, should I say, ROTOR DR1. Now, the first episode went live on October the 6th. Let's take a sneak peek at that now.
Vertigo.
Virus, it's in Australia.
Taryn, I hope you get this.
What am I supposed to do?
My roommate told me what to do, and all my flatmates are just lying dead on the floor.
You can't panic. If you panic, we're lost.
Is anyone out there? Is anyone still alive?
So I've watched the full episode, guys, and to see something that we're involved with all the time, starring, the multi-rotor starring in this, and the creative way that Chad and the guys over at ROTOR DR1 have brought them into this environment and made them part of the story is fantastic. It's a community driven story, which is great as well. We see Thomas from BMS Web in this week's episode, or episode 1, which is also a little treat. Didn't expect to see Thomas in there. So if you haven't checked that out, pop over to ROTOR DR1 and check that out. Become part of the community, because that really is a great project and may change the way that a lot of stuff like this is written in the future. So, news. Immersion RC have released their new Duo and Uno 5.8 GHz receivers. This is the version 4. So what's new about these new versions? Well, we've now got proper 4-band 32 channel 5.8 GHz. Not only will it work straight across the board with all the Immersion RC and Fat Shark stuff, it will now also work with all the Boss Cam stuff that's out there, and you know, all the other sort of no-name brands. So pretty much anything across the 5.8 gigahertz spectrum now you'll be able to use with the Immersion Uno and Duo. Now that's great. Personally, I always thought that the Duo was quite expensive, so I bought myself an Uno. But there's great news in that department as well, because the Duo used to retail at $239 and the new MSRP is $149. So it's come down $90 and it's a better receiver than it already was. That's about 80 UK pounds, guys, so why not check that out? There'll be a link to that product below. I am going to be getting myself one of those. So something that one of the guys on one of the Facebook FPV forums put a link up to a page that is called Max My Range. Now what it is a tool where you can enter all your details of your equipment. You can say I'm using 5.8 gigahertz or 1.2 gigahertz. This is my video gear. I'm using a Mad Mushroom on my TX and my RX, and you can tell it how many milliwatts you're using, and then hit the Let's Fly button and it will tell you what kind of range you should be getting. That's a great tool to work out what setup is going to be best for you before going out and purchasing it. I thought it was a fantastic tool. There's also a book by the guy that built this app for sale. If you're getting into FPV for the first time, this certainly does look like a good route to go through. It's a great tool, very well thought out, and if the book is as good as the tool, it may be worth a look. So also in this week's news, how could we carry on any further? We're talking about the TBS Gemini. It is to be released and pre-orders are already up on there. You can go and pre-order one of these now. The recommended retail price is going to be $599. Now that's for the basic setup, and there are a bunch of options which you can add into that to increase the video range and so on, or you can buy, if you haven't got a transmitter already, you can order a transmitter in with this as well. I have to say, I think the TBS Gemini will be the equivalent of the Phantom, the DJI, NASA, and that. It will come in and completely dominate the small FPV racing craft market for newbies. It's a superb looking thing. It's been taken from the Shreddicat Gemini, which was a fantastic award-winning design and something that we will definitely be seeing a lot of, I have no doubt. It looks super cool. The performance tests of it have shown it to be very, very agile and very quick. So there will be a link in the description box, please check that out. So Crafty Copters will be releasing a Hexa called the Hexa Set. Do you get it? Sort of Hexa Set, like the missile, but Hexa Set because it's... Anyway, they'll be releasing a Hexa called the Hexa Set, which is set to compete alongside the Gemini. Or not to compete alongside it, but to offer you a slightly different style of vehicle that's a little bit more modular for guys that are prepared to build their own. It will be considerably cheaper. It won't be as flash as the Gemini. I mean, that really is a very, very clever hexacopter. And something that is taking the design of these things to the next level. However, for us guys that can build our own stuff and know how to set up a flight controller, the Hexa Set might just be what you're looking for. So, video of the week. Now, it was really close last week. We had some really good videos in there. The two close ones in second place, a joint second, were Boom Cam and Riser's video. Brilliant FPV pilot Riser, and that Boom Cam video was also really good. I enjoyed that, but how could anything beat that awesome Eurofighter FPV? So there we go, that was the video of the week for last week. You built a brilliant craft there, that Eurofighter, stunning, and fair play to you flying it. I would be absolutely petrified flying something like that FPV, so well done you. So in this week's lineup we have video number 1, Evren Essaby with the DRQ 360 on a Naze 32, filming drifting. Video number 2, we have Thuggin' It by Stefan. I have to say that's the first video that we've shared of Stefans, and I really enjoyed the way the video was put together, and it just sounded like the guys were having a really good time, and that is something that is key. If you enjoy your hobby, you will continue to do it. So really nice watching that. Now this is a bit of a heartbreaking, this video number 3. It's entitled Breaking the GoPro 4. They've only been out a couple of weeks. The guy from X-Hover is flying his MXP230 really hard. In fact, I don't think I've seen anybody flying quite as hard as this for some time. really devastating to see the outcome of that video. But did you notice the MXP230s looked like it was still in one piece, so that's pretty impressive. Check out the full video because I can't show all of these videos, and that video is incredible. Video number 4, Blackout Meets Concrete by Nate Wilcox. This is a great video with I think it might have been a Blackout clone. So video number 5 and the final video of the week, last but not least, is by Boris B. This is the Blackout 330 and the video is called Higher Ground. So there we are guys, that wraps up this week's roundup and news. I hope you enjoyed the content we had for you this week. Please hit the thumbs up button before the video finishes, because this is on a playlist and it will click open another video and we won't get a thumbs up for all our hard work. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to us, and we will see you all next week.